23 seasons in, CBS's procedural drama NCIS is going strong, despite the fact that there are no original cast members left on the team. Here are some of the actors who've moved on and the reasons why. David McCallum played NCIS Chief Medical Examiner Donald Ducky Mallard from the very first episode back in 2003. During season 16, Ducky stepped down from his position, leaving his assistant, Jimmy Palmer, to step into his shoes. But Ducky remained part of the team as NCIS historian. In an interview with the Television Academy Foundation, McCallum explained, "Now he's retired. I sort of realized the character was becoming a little redundant. I sort of decided to leave the show and they said, no, we'd like to make you the historian so you're still a part of the show."
This man had a lot to tell us, starting with how he died.
McCallum agreed to remain on the show with a limited schedule so he could spend more time with his family in New York. That's right, McCallum commuted from New York to LA for 16 seasons.
And perhaps it's time for you to start digging a little deeper.
Ducky and McCallum stayed with the show until the actor died of natural causes in September 2023 at age 90. NCIS paid tribute to him in a February 2024 episode in which Jimmy arrives at Ducky's home, finding him dead in his bed.
Bishop, it's good to meet you. Sorry, I was in the middle of stuff.
Emily Wickersham, who played Ellie Bishop, first appeared on NCIS Season 11 in 2013. She remained a member of the NCIS team until the end of Season 18. In May 2021, Wickersham announced her departure on Instagram, writing, "I can't say enough kind words about this group that I've had the pleasure of working with for close to 8 years now, and 172 episodes later." After leaving the show, Wickersham welcomed a baby with husband James Badge Dale and a second child in 2024. But her pregnancy wasn't the reason she left. In an appearance on the Off Duty, an NCIS rewatch podcast, Wickersham shared, "I left the show. I found out I was pregnant a month later." So why did she leave? According to Wickersham, working on NCIS left little time for anything else. She explained, "It was time and I was ready to move on to something else. And I guess motherhood was the something else I was meant to move on to." Maria Bello was hired during season 15 to play NCIS agent and forensic psychologist Jacqueline Jack Sloan. At the time, she signed a 3-year deal.
Jack, knock yourself out.
I will, Gibbs.
When her contract was up, Bello decided not to renew, and her character was written out. Bello addressed her exit in a December 2020 Instagram post, writing, "I've never worked with a kinder, more generous group of people. Though in our business, like many, there are quite a few holes, there is not one on the set of NCIS, in front of or behind the camera. Only a profoundly decent group of people who care more about each other and the world in general than what is in it for them." In an interview with TV Insider, Bello explained her decision to leave was because she was taking on another project, admitting, "I've had this commitment for years to make a movie, The Woman King with Viola Davis." The Woman King was released in 2022, but interestingly, Bello didn't appear in the film. She was listed as a producer. When Mark Harmon was tapped to star in NCIS, he was already a television veteran, having played doctors in St. Elsewhere from 1983 to 1986 and Chicago Hope from 1996 to 2000. And despite a long Hollywood career that also included movies like The Presidio and Freaky Friday, it's probably Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs that will be the character he's most associated with. Harmon left NCIS in 2021 in the season 18 finale when it was revealed that his character was packing it in.
I'm not going back, then.
To work?
Well, that too. I'm not going back home.
But executive producer Stephen Binder told People, "As an executive producer and dear friend, Mark continues to be an integral part of the fabric of the show." According to Harmon himself, his exit felt organic. During a 2024 appearance at the Television Critics Association press tour, he explained, "It wasn't so much a decision to leave as it was maybe just the right timing to push away a little bit." That doesn't mean Harmon's left the NCIS universe, though. At the time, he was promoting the new NCIS prequel, NCIS Origins, in which he served as both narrator and executive producer. In 2025, Harmon briefly returned to NCIS flagship in a special crossover between the two shows.
Pauley Perrette played the gothic forensic scientist Abigail Shudo on NCIS for the series' first 15 seasons before her shocking exit. As revealed to CBS Sunday Morning, the 3-time People's Choice Awards nominee wanted a break and didn't like the fame that came along with the role, labeling it dehumanizing.
There's never been a character like Abby on television.
Apparently, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. As The Wrap reported, after Mark Harmon's dog bit a crew member in 2016, his relationship with Perrette soured. Over the years, Perrette tweeted a number of accusations regarding her time on the show. And in June 2019, TMZ reported she alleged Harmon body-checked her on set in 2017. That same month, she tweeted, "I am terrified of Harmon and him attacking me. I have nightmares about it." According to TV Guide, when asked about the allegations at the 2019 TCAs, CBS President of Entertainment Kelly Call told reporters, "We immediately investigated it and we resolved it to everyone's satisfaction." In July 2020, Perrette fired off numerous tweets backing a Vanity Fair article that exposed CBS showrunner Peter Lenkov, who was sacked due to misconduct. Perrette tweeted about the publication's, quote, "great reporting," and went on to add that she had heard racist, misogynistic, and homophobic slurs on set. She continued, "And y'all wondered why I quit? Those producers are still there, all of them, including him." For 13 seasons, Michael Weatherly assumed the role of Special Agent Anthony Tony DiNozzo on NCIS. In January 2016, Weatherly announced on Twitter that he'd be retiring from the, quote, "wonderful quixotic" character. He expressed his gratitude for being a part of NCIS, tweeting, "I will miss the amazing crew and cast who were like family to me, and to the fans all over the world, thank you, it's been a fantastic ride." Ahead of Weatherly's final episode on NCIS that spring, he told Live with Kelly he wanted to play other characters.
The writing was kind of on the wall for me, and I realized that there were other things that I should probably pursue.
3 months later, Weatherly bluntly told reporters at the Television Critics Association's summer press tour that he was, quote, "burnt out and ready for a new challenge." Weatherly went on to star as the title character in the CBS drama series Bull, which began fall 2016. He was later accused of sexual harassment by Bull co-star Eliza Dushku, who ultimately received a $9.5 million settlement from the network after being cut from the series. In a statement provided to the New York Times, Weatherly wrote, "After reflecting on this further, I better understand that what I said was both not funny and not appropriate, and I am sorry and regret the pain this caused Eliza." Sasha Alexander starred in 2 back-to-back 24-episode seasons as Secret Service agent Caitlin Kate Todd before her character was killed off in the season 2 finale. In 2012, Alexander explained to TV Guide she was feeling overwhelmed with the pace of working, quote, 10.5 months a year, 17 hours a day. She called it hardcore. The creator behind the crime drama, Don Belisario, recalled to the Chicago Tribune in 2005 that Alexander had, quote, "tears in her eyes," and told him that she just can't work this hard. Belisario convinced the brass at CBS to let Alexander out of her contract, telling them, "You don't want to force someone to work when she says this is not what she expected it to be." Ultimately, the series dropped an unexpected bombshell in the finale, and Alexander went on to star in Rizzoli and Isles for 7 seasons, in addition to being a recurring guest star on Shameless. It looks like killing off Special Agent Todd was a win-win for both parties. Jennifer Jenny Shepard was introduced on NCIS in 2005 as the director of the titular agency. She was played by Lauren Holly, who became a series regular from seasons 3 through 5 before her departure was announced in 2008. At the time, Holly explained on her website that her character was originally intended to be a guest starring arc for about 6 episodes. Instead, they brought her on as a regular, and she stuck around for multiple seasons. Holly enjoyed playing a minor character as it allowed her to spend time with her family, but as the show progressed, she, quote, got bored with the role. Some behind-the-scenes drama may not have sat well with her either. According to a 2007 report from TV Guide, NCIS star Mark Harmon and showrunner Don Belisario butted heads, and ultimately, the latter left. Holly wrote she was, quote, saddened that Don Belisario was forced out and missed him a lot.
And I don't think that's right.
Furthermore, in 2020, Holly seemed to back Pauley Perrette's tweets regarding the toxic culture within the CBS HR department. In one tweet, Perrette wrote, "Some words were exactly what I and so many went to CBS HR about that other guy's abuse for over a decade. Y'all still support him on my old show." Holly quote-tweeted the post, writing, "Waiting." Cote de Pablo was a regular cast member on NCIS for 8 seasons, playing Ziva David before her character was written off in 2013. 6 years later, De Pablo made a surprise return to the series in the season 16 finale.
I think the fans have been waiting for this. I think there's a part of my heart that's been waiting for this.
So why did she leave in the first place? De Pablo told USA Today in 2019 that she was, quote, not ready to talk about what transpired that led to her character being written off as a regular in 2013. She further revealed that someday she would tell the full story, and added, I didn't leave because I wanted to go or because I was ready or because I was tired. I didn't really have an option. She told ET Canada that being away from the show did help her rekindle relationships in her personal life with the extra time on her hands. While it appears De Pablo was forced out of the series, she has remained on good terms with the cast and crew. All things point to her original departure leaning towards being a creative decision rather than any sort of foul play behind the scenes. Introduced to the NCIS universe in Season 13's final 2 episodes, Duane Henry played Clayton Reeves as a series regular on the following 2 seasons. Near the end of Season 15, Reeves was killed off the show. In 2018, Henry revealed to TV Line that his character was the creation of former showrunner Gary Glassberg, who died in 2016. When Gary passed, I was feeling a bit of panic in people's faces. I could tell that they were not really sure what the future held. I kind of got my bearings together and thought, what's going to happen now with the character? I live in a world called You Never Know, so I'm always prepared for everything. Perhaps the 2 years felt like a bonus, as Henry told CBS he was grateful for the fact that his character's exit was such an important moment in the show's history, and echoed similar sentiments on social media. Henry posted a heartfelt message on Twitter, saying, it is one of the toughest things I've ever had to deal with, saying goodbye to playing Clayton Reeves with a great cast and incredible crew. As he told TV Line, his character sacrificing his life for Pauley Perrette's Abby was an honor, as Perrette had taken him in when he was homeless during the show's production. All in all, Henry left on good terms and was happy the writers gave his character a heroic conclusion. Muse Watson had been a recurring guest star on NCIS since 2006. The Louisiana native assumed the role of Mike Franks, a character who meets his demise in Season 8. In 2011, NCIS's then executive producer Gary Glassberg explained that killing off Watson's character was difficult, telling Entertainment Weekly, we love Muse Watson, we love the character, their relationship is very special and unique. A year later, an NCIS fan asked Watson why he left the show, and Watson tweeted back, because they wrote that I got stabbed by one young man with a scalpel. LOL, and yes, I was packin'. Mix Watson's humorous tone in his tweet and Glassberg's affection for Watson, and it seems like Frank's being stabbed to death was for the sake of the show's shock value. Watson's exit was on such good terms that, despite being killed off, the actor has reprised his role on the CBS hit as an angel and in flashback sequences.
I didn't see this coming. Ain't life great?
Pancho Demmings played Gerald Jackson on NCIS for 15 episodes. Jackson is kidnapped in the Season 3 premiere, then makes a return in the following episode where he tells his comrades what happened. Seasons later, Jackson's storyline has yet to be revisited. The abandoned storyline is one of NCIS's biggest unanswered questions, which still has fans wondering what happened to Jackson. Ask Demmings, and it looks like he's in the same boat when it comes to this mystery. In 2020, the actor told Showbiz Cheat Sheet that his character was put on hiatus after his 13-episode run in Season 1, adding, initially, I think they were looking at extending my storyline. But when his brief resurgence ended after his 2-episode arc in Season 3, Demmings said, I guess they ended up choosing to go in another direction. Demmings expressed that his exit was certainly nothing he asked for, telling the outlet he would still be willing to reprise his character to provide closure to Jackson's storyline.
I always say that if, they want Daryl to end up back in those, I probably could still get into those scrubs.
Zoe McLellan was introduced as Special Agent Meredith Mary Brody on Season 11 of NCIS in 2014. Later that year, she joined the cast of the then-new NCIS New Orleans spinoff, where she was a lead actor for 2 seasons before getting the boot in 2016. Ahead of New Orleans' 3rd season, TV Line reported McLellan wouldn't be returning to reprise her role due to, quote, a creative decision. As the situation unfolded, it turned out this decision involved some controversy. In 2017, Variety reported there were allegations that then NCIS New Orleans showrunner Brad Kern, who took over the role in January 2016, mistreated female colleagues. Sources told the outlet Kern was behind the firing of McLellan. CBS did fire Kern in 2018, as reported by The Hollywood Reporter. In 2019, the series' original showrunner Jeffrey Lieber admitted to Vulture he received a, quote, great deal of pressure to fire McLellan during his stint in 2014 and 2015. Although he used audience feedback and test scores to prove McLellan was well received and deserved to stay, Lieber revealed a higher-up allegedly informed him that CBS chairman Leslie Moonves apparently wanted her gone because he, quote, didn't find her enough, and that he had felt that way from day one. While McLellan has yet to comment on the allegations, she has stayed busy working on other projects. She landed a recurring guest star role on Suits and joined the cast of Designated Survivor in 2017. Lucas Black was introduced as Agent Christopher LaSalle on a Season 11 episode of NCIS, before starring in the spin-off series NCIS New Orleans. Through 142 episodes, he was a cast member until early Season 6 when his character was killed off. So why did the fan-favorite character leave? Although the star said the series, quote, exceeded my expectations, the time commitment was something he wanted a break from.
This job isn't easy for me. There's a lot of priorities in my life that get sacrificed.
Black added that leaving the show would allow him to, quote, focus on those priorities. In an Instagram video, the actor thanked his fans and signed off saying it was an honor to play LaSalle. His co-star Daryl Chill Mitchell explained he felt bittersweet about Black's departure, but was happy for him, knowing that he'd been in the industry since childhood. Mitchell recalled telling Black, quote, dude, you deserve it. Unlike the bleak demise of LaSalle, all signs suggest that Black's exit was on good terms.